Hello everyone. In this video, I will deliver my presentation about predicting on monthly return of Indonesia Stock Composite Index by using various forecasting methods. The common method used by stock trader to predict stock movement price or return are fundamental analysis and technical analysis. But in this presentation, I will try to explain my works on various forecasting method implementation to model the monthly stock return and using it predict to future values. The stock data that will be used in this presentation is Indonesia Composite Index that starts from January 2000 to August 2017. Then, beside this data, other countries' composite index and Indonesia money exchange rate will be included, especially for making forecasting model that can accommodate independent variables apart of time variables, such as distributed lag model and dynamic linear model. If we look at IDX monthly return stock, we can see some changing variants appear over there. Some successive points are also appear as the autoregressive process exists in the data. But there is no apparent trend in the data as well as moving average, so that this condition might be the cause of stationary data, as we can see in the ADF test. One more important thing is starting May 2008, the monthly return become negative and it goes down until touched to the lowest return at September 2008 before it comes back to the normal level. This condition is suspected because the effect of subprime mortgage crisis in US at the time, and this information will be addressed well using dynamic linear model. What about the seasonality? It seems there is no seasonality appear in the data. This can be easily looked at season plot, which is no similar pattern over the years. By checking the ACF plot, we also cannot see the seasonality pattern. The interesting thing that can we find in the ACF plot is the data nearly white noise. We just only find one significant lags. And in the PSF plot, we also don't see any spatial pattern as well as we don't get very high significant first lag, which is usually the sign if the data are not stationary. Various forecasting model was conducting to capture the data behavior. Here, the resume table that show the best candidate model from its forecasting method. Based on MASE, we got the best model is coming from distributed lag model, dynamic linear model, and exponential smoothing. Before using this model to predict the future value, we look at how is model residual from each model. First, we will start with Holt's winter seasonal method using additive error and damp trend. In the residual plot, we still see one extreme point in the residual. Then, in the residual ACF plot, we get one relatively high significant lags and slightly significant lags. Besides that, if we look at carefully, there is slight sinus wave pattern. In the dynamic linear model, the proposed model can capture the residual better than Holt's winter. As we can see in this graph, the unusual value and the pattern are not appear anymore, but we got few slight significant lags in the residual ACF plot. In the autoregressive DLM residual plot, the model can capture the residual better than previous model. After going through model specification and diagnostic, the next step is to make prediction on the next 24 months of stock monthly return. From this graph, we can conclude that all the prediction value can capture the stock monthly return fluctuated behavior. Dynamic linear model prediction tend to increase, as we can see on the green line over there. Then the auto-regressive DLM have larger magnitude than the other. At the end, what we can do is only making prediction on the stock market movement that having very high uncertainty. I hope the forecasting model that was delivered through this presentation can enrichment a tons of forecasting method already existed. Thank you for your attention.